G'day legends, Atron here. So today's Guild War session is going to be about focusing on minnow bombing on Dove Keepers doves and trying to avoid the Gunslinger Copters at the same time. So we've got my normal team pretty much. Sasquatch needs to be in 5 Vite. So we got 1 5 Vite left. Anubis doesn't need to be in 5 Vite, but it definitely helps in case he wants to run into a silence. So we're going to leave the Empower on him just because I think I've used the Vites elsewhere. Mike is just running Blade Shell. Difference I made to this setup is we've got Minnow in Yellowfin as per normal in Lightning Rock with 5 Vite. But what I have done is I've moved Bublo, who's normally sitting on Mike, and I've made that onto Cirrina. So I don't need Mike to go fast because his proc is global, which is all good. But as soon as I drop Cirrina, which is going to buff Minnow, I want Minnow to move as quick as possible. It just saves an extra second, which I think would come in handy. So we're going to trial Bublo on Cirrina instead, so she's going to be the speed buffer as well as the damage buffer, and I don't really need any crests on her, to be honest, so that's what she's sitting there. And then we've got our normal wall breaker, we've got a Spiritor for troops, Anubis for the building cleanup, and then Cirrina, Mike, and Minnow for the boom. So they're going to do the pop. We should be able to 100% pop most of these bases. So we've got some big targets today. They've all got Dove Keeper for some reason. Some of them have Empower Dove Keeper. So, we'll see how that goes. A couple of high empowers. So we've got to try and make a Spiritor do the work and see how she goes. So we're going to start at the 342 might, and then we're going to keep going from there. So obviously just scouting bases, looking for the Empower. Doesn't look like we've got any Empower going on. Gunslinger there, and we've got Dove Keeper over there. So we will essentially be using Sasquatch to... I don't need to break a wall if I'm using Dove Keeper, so that's the thing there, which might be helpful to actually use Rockno instead of Sasquatch, but we'll trial that because we're not trying to break walls as such. Sasquatch is still there to do so, but our main goal is to be using a Spiritor she'll proc the Dove even if she's not in power, because she hits so many troops. Generally you're going to hit the Dove, and then we'll be able to minnow bomb as per normal on the side of the base. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to drop Sasquatch here and then a Spiritor up the top as well. So getting a couple of troops there. Probably shouldn't have gone towards the Anubis. So, but all the troops are gone. So that's what we're after. And we get the Doves on the corner. And then, how are we going to do this? Oh, no, that's not going to work, because I didn't do anything there. So they're probably all going to die. Ooh, we had Cirrina proc, because that could have gone bad. So she just brought everyone back to life, which might be a nice distraction among all of that. But that was the issue. The issue is trying to get... I just misclicked. I didn't press Minnow first. I pressed Cirrina first. Is trying to get, say like the Doves are here, right here. You kind of want to lead them to just like down here, for example, and then Minnow can hit them while they're still moving if the troops don't die. So there's that. So it might have to be on the other side of the base, but we'll see how we go. So a Spiritor, and then troops over here. So Gunslinger procs on them first. All the troops should be down. Yep, that's pretty simple. That's fine. And Minnow Cirrina. Oh, he got scattered too quick. That's a shame. So we'll try this once more. Just going straight in, Spiritor, couple of Doves over here. Oh man, just getting rolled. Those Gunslinger Copters were doing work. Oh, that's interesting. We might be able to time that. So the Dove Keeper actually, it'll be the last second, but the Minnow will be able to, because they proc afterwards. So we'll just do this again, and trying to separate them, sort of. See how we go. %. So what's going on here? No, the Dove was that full energy? I'm not sure. I gotta check that out. Why is the Dove hitting me? Is she just constantly proccing? Maybe she just didn't have anything to use the energy on. Doesn't really make sense. Why is... Because the Dove Keeper was hitting the Minnow like straight away. %. I didn't get the mic proc in there, so that was not ideal. But Cirrina is a higher value, so we'll do Anubis mic. And we should be good, unless Anubis is getting rolled for some reason. But that's the 100%. So I didn't double click. I should have double clicked on mic and Cirrina, and that would have popped. The base would have popped, but it didn't work out so well. But, you know, luckily Cirrina is pretty much almost, or not double, but a lot better than just mic alone, which you would normally use, but have a bigger cleanup crew. All right, that was a little bit long, that one, but you can see what I'm trying to do with the Copters and the Doves, trying to figure out the best way to get the Minnow to proc on them. A little bit of crafty work, but we'll get there. There's more Doves to come, so we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so moving on to the 360 guy here, 4th highest. Now the goal here is to try and use Dove Keeper. Now I was using Sasquatch, but I'm trying to keep the troops and the Doves and the proc of the Dove a little bit distracted. So we're gonna see how this all goes. We drop a Spiritor and Dove down here, and I'm not sure, his speed is gone. Attack speed was debuffed. I think that was the Skelly. So obviously we're gonna try and lead with Dove Keeper, just because she's gonna have a better chance of staying alive. And then, so second proc is the Dove comes up. So Dove is there. And then we scroll out, get the Dove there, the Spirit on the top, keep the troops distracted with more troops over here with the Gunslinger. We're waiting for that Spirit to get rid of all the troops, which he may or may not dead. So only getting enough for 4 bases, it seems, when I do this and I go through. So we might have better luck changing our Doom Balloon hero to Ronin at the end there, and then potentially using Anubis first. So let's try that, and just all we're going to switch is a Spiritor for Ronin. A little bit of a switch around here, so haven't done this in a while actually, haven't used Ronin, but essentially he is my second choice for Scorch Ronin, Revive, and I want him in Doom Balloon, don't I? Yes. So artifacts, what are you going to go in? I kind of just want He does have dodge, so I guess lightning rock would be the best choice, because he doesn't need to really hit anything. He just doesn't really need to stay alive. Or should I just put him in for extra health? We'll just go this. We'll go take Waller out and go by what I normally do. Okay, so he's got at least 2 Doom Balloon procs in him, probably closer to 3 anyway, if I drop him on one side of the map. Okay, so Spiritor had the 5 Vite, and we're going to take that off of her. We're going to put that on Anubis, because we want him proccing straight away. Now, he is, what pet is he using? We'll put him in Rudolph. Yeah, let's just roll with that, and we'll go back into it. Okay, so a little bit of a mix around. 360 again, having issues with those. So Dove Keeper is still a distraction. We've still got our 3 buffers, Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. That's going to one pop the base, hopefully, but we do have Ronan there for a little bit of backup with Doom Balloon, as we always take Anubis for backup with Doom Balloon. So, going in, we're going to distract the heroes down here. We're going to put Anubis up the top here. Oh, okay, I pushed the exit button. Yep, that'll work. So just make sure that there's no owl pets anywhere. Who has owl pet? Chickaboom and Angie. Just, that's where you don't want to drop. No one has the owl pet. That's right, perfect. So, troops down here. All fun and games. And then Dove Keeper, Anubis. Still lots of troops. Oh wow. That Anubis is not proccing at all. He's supposed to get procs off trying to. Not working out at all. Spiritor was actually doing much, much better, I reckon. So, not sure what was going on there. So there's an Ares totem there, which is not ideal. I thought this method would actually be okay, but apparently I am mistaken. Maybe we get Anubis to proc on the doves. That's what we'll do. Yep, let's do that. Anubis can proc on the doves. And we'll just drop troops, heaps of troops over here. At least he can attack something. But he is getting stunned a whole bunch. There we go. So we succeeded there. And now we're going to drop a bunch of troops down here. Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. 86%. So that was the pop we were after. Now we've got Ronan in Doom Balloon, so this so far has gone okay. I didn't get the damage pop that I was after though. I mean, potentially the last video I did was running a little bit low on. Okay. Keeping him away, keeping him away. Oh no, that's not what I should have done. Okay, so there was a 3-flame victory. In theory, it all worked out. What I shouldn't have done is drop troops that take the dove away, because he's invisible, so the idea would be keep him on the edge of the map, next to the Dove Keepers, and he would then go invisible before he would attack any heroes. Okay, so let's maybe go into this and we'll try that same team again, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be facing more Dove Keepers, and we'll keep this same setup here, and we'll see how we go with using Ronan. We'll do a little bit more testing of that, using Anubis first rather than a Spiritor. A little bit different, but trying to utilize gameplay around that Dove Keeper. So let's move on to the top one here. Okay, so 361. Using the same team, still got our 3 buffers. but instead we're using Dove Keeper to kind of tank the other Dove Keepers. And then we got in power in this one, so that's Gunslinger being in power. We've got no one else being in power. Okay, so that actually makes life a touch easier, because I don't know, we draw someone out. Yeah, they're troops, so that's there. We've got Anubis, still troops. He should have. So Dove Keeper taking the brute there. Now, what's this Anubis doing? Not a lot. He died 3 times, and he couldn't even make it happen. Maybe away from the Rockno, because we get that Rockno proccing. It's going to reduce energy. And Magic Towers. So let's stay away from the Magic Towers too, because that will stop a proc on revival. So yeah. Let's go up here. Dove Anubis, keeping troops a little bit away. So what's... Yep, so troops are down once. Dove Keeper's super dead, but all the troops are down. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Where is the Doves? Look at this. 100%. Okay, so what you didn't just see there is I had one Dove Keeper, or one Dove was on by itself. So what I did is I dropped Minnow, I dropped Cirrina, buffs Minnow, 100% buffs Minnow, everyone else is dead. And then we dropped Mike as well, which is going to get us above that 280k damage. In this little section, I'll do the math later, and I'll do an overlay text of exactly what... Actually, no, let's do it now. So I'll do the overlay text, but I will show you what my Minnow will do. Where's Minnow? Just to prove how you can work that out. I've done it before. Maybe I'll do another video soon. So we've got these two figures here, the 8,528 and the 10,462. You add those two together, and that's your base damage. So that the green is the stuff that comes from crests. So the damage here, it comes from damage here. That's all equated into the green. The base is the base of Minnow at 200 double evolved. So that 18,005 or about 19,000. To get the damage that he's doing, you're adding the 230% damage here that he gets from his proc. You're adding the 90% damage he gets from War God, and you're adding the 100% buff you get from Cirrina, and then you're also adding, I always get this wrong, is it 65, 75, and you're also adding the 60% from Mike. It's the 70, that's where I get confused, the 75 to deflect. So you add all those together from that base damage of Minnow, and that's how you can calculate how much damage you're going to do. So with all those things there, I will pop an overlay math little sequence here, and that'll tell you the exact amount that my Minnow does for that damage there. So that'll be when I upload it, and I'll do that. So that's his damage there, and that's why we can one pop a base with just Cirrina and Mike. Happy days. So moving on to the next base, which is 363. Alrighty then, so 363, 2 targets left. So one of them has an Empower theme. Not sure which one, but every single base had a Dove Keeper today. So while this base doesn't require any, what's the word I'm looking for? Any distraction of the Dove Keeper, we're going to try and utilize that anyway. So we're going to drop Anubis at the top. He's going to get rid of some troops, and Dove Keeper is not proc, but as soon as Anubis procs, this time he's certainly going to hit the Dove, which will spawn. See, this is where a Spiritor is better, because it can fly over walls and just hit stuff. So let's put Dove Keeper down the bottom here is they're gonna proc some doves, which is great. And then we want to go a little bit down here. Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. Oh no, what happened to Minnow? Oh, Minnow, you're killing me. So, but same sort of theory, right? So distract Dove Keeper, whereas Minnow would probably more than happy. I think he was close. It looked like he was walking to this building rather than the Dove, which is odd because the Dove definitely looked closer. So, what we're going to do here is we're just going to drop Anubis on this building and see how he goes. But he got rid of everyone. That's cool. And then we've got a couple of troops up here. Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. But he definitely got chunked by something again. It only takes, you know, if there's 4 of those Gunslinger Copters close by, it's not gonna be hard. Oh, let's do the tactic I was doing before, where we drop Dove Keeper, and then we drop Anubis. He's gonna get a couple of stacks outside for a bit easier. And then Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. Nope, he got shot again. It's just I have a theory though, is you just drop one. I think I was dropping too many because it gave the Gunslinger time to get through, whereas Gunslinger's closer over here, so I'm dropping troops. She should at least drop 1 or 2 over there. And we drop Dove Keeper, followed by Anubis. But then we put troops over here, which will separate some of them, I think. Yeah, look, so we got 1 separated. And then Anubis is down. And then we don't have any of... We don't have any doves. Where are the doves at? Why'd they all die? Wasn't Anubis like procking? Which is really great for a Spiritor. So a couple of, you know, pros and cons about each. Like when you don't have maybe 5 bases worth of troops, or you don't have, you know, an Empower Skelly or an Empower, what's the word I'm looking for? Anubis, Walla, like all of them. It's probably easier to just use Spiritor over the wall. She's on, you know, she would be on 5 Vite, so instant attack speed and happy days. So we distract the troops over here. We get the Dove Keeper over here, keeping Gunslinger distracted. Then we drop Anubis. They're going to be on that for the most part. Troops are done yet? No, they're not. But Minnow, Cirrina, Mike, nope. So that didn't work. Because there was too many Gunslingers, too close. Let's ditch Ronin again for a Spiritor. Did I leave the 5 Vite on her? No, I didn't. Why did I put it on Anubis? I think. Yep, definitely put it on Anubis. Where's my other 5 Vite at the moment? I'll take it off Anubis. That's fine. He doesn't really need it. I'll just put the Empower back on him. I'll ditch Ronin, but the most important thing to remember here, if you are switching between, is to make sure that... did I even put him on a pet? Yes, I did, Rudolph. That Doom Balloon is on the last hero you're planning to drop. And a Spiritor will probably need... Yep, she's already in Angie. Okay, so... a little bit longer, a little bit of trial and error here. seeing, you know, different compositions of bases can work better. So same again, we're just going to drop a Dove Keeper, but we're also just going to drop a Spirit over the wall. And why? Oh, the Spirit's getting debuffed because okay. Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. And Minnow got chunked by, don't know, something. It looked like, so maybe Dove Keeper's not the best person to use either. Because is she hitting troops? Is she, you know, I was only using Dove Keeper when I had to defend against the other Dove Keeper, but I don't actually have to do that here. So I might actually just be better getting troops and using a Spiritor straight up. Except I keep getting debuffed. The attack speed is super slow for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. Minnow, Cirrina, Mike. 100%. Okay, so the Gunslinger things were over there. We had Minnow to be able to walk in. He was buffed by Cirrina with the speed. And we had that 100% proc. I don't think I even dropped Dove Keeper. I don't think I even dropped Anubis for the cleanup, which you don't have to. He's just backup. Or, you know, whatever you're more comfortable using. Maybe a Spiritor, maybe Anubis to clear those troops. Maybe you want to use Rockno or Sasquatch for a distraction on the Gunslinger Copters. And then, you know, if you dropped a Rockno, he takes care of the Gunslinger Copters on the distraction. And then you drop your Spiritor closer towards the Dove. And so when they spawn, the Dove's going that way and your Rockno's dealing with the Copters over that way. So there's some distance in between them, if that makes sense. So I might go on, might make a new how to minnow bomb sort of thing against these new bases, against the new Dove Keepers, because it has been a while. It was back when I was using PD and Cupid and then dropping Pumpkin Duke and just using Mike and Cupid, and then eventually it was just Mike with cleanup. So there's a couple of different strategies, and I might add on to that recently. So if you are new to watching me and that you think that might help, like an explanation of the power levels like we went through before, be more than happy to create one of those and just like a simple tutorial and sort of math video on how to sum up your minnow and your power levels, and a little bit of strategy, maybe written strategy as well, so you don't have to listen to the video, you might better read it. So anyway, we've got this last one, so we'll get into this now. Alrighty then, 383 might is our highest target today, and this is the one with the Empower Power Dove? Maybe oh no, it wasn't in Power Dove, it was an Athene. It was an Athene Dove. So Athene empowering the Dove. So we've still got the Gunslinger. We've got Athene in the middle, not Athene, sorry, Dove Keeper in the middle. We've got an Empower Anubis that we've got to look out for. And we've got 5 bases worth of troops. So this is probably somewhere where I would use Sasquatch over Dove Keeper to break up the wall a little bit. But we're going to use Dove Keeper anyway. So get rid of the troops down here, or at least the Gunslinger Copters. Dove Keeper Spiritor, keeping troops distracted, at least either side. So the Spirit is tacking so slow. Did I even put the 5-Vite back on a Spiritor? Maybe I didn't. That could have been a rookie error. So we've kind of got to act quick. So we've got a Dove Keeper there. Nope, we don't anymore. We're out of Dove Keeper. So that's okay to an extent, because we don't have a substantial amount of Empower. So what we're going to try and do is make... does that look like a totem spot? Kind of does, doesn't it? No, it's not even going to make it. So what we're going to do is put all the troops over here, to be honest. Well, as many as possible. And then once Gunslinger procs, you're going to drop your Minnow, and you're going to drop your Cirrina, and you're going to drop your Mike almost immediately after Gunslinger procs. So you have 4 seconds to walk to a base. And then if we do this right, they're going to hit that mana station and the base is going to explode. So, unless that debuff pet comes in. But here's melee, so that is on our side. So troops are over. As soon as we get the second one, 1, 2, 3, Minnows. Oh no, you're killing me. You're killing me. Fat fingers. All that build up. Didn't do anything. Okay. My bad. Dove Keeper, Spiritor. That spirit, like, I'll show you the difference. Like how slow the spirit is attacking. I definitely didn't fix this. So I took it off, but I didn't put it back, obviously. Nope. You can definitely tell that 100% doubling the attack speed at skill 11 is a massive boost. And I didn't realize how frustrating it was not having that skill 11 on. Well, it's still skill 11, it's just without 5 fight, it's exactly the same. So, what are we doing? So we're dropping Dove Keeper, we're dropping a Spiritor, we got the, there we go, we got, look at that. That's so much easier. Happy days. Okay, so we're going to try and do that mana thing again. We've got heaps of troops now, though. All we got to watch out for is, oh, not the Gunslinger, more of the Anubis. Man, look how quick it is. 8 of 8 in power. That is dangerous. So I think we're just going to have to bear our luck with the Gunslinger proc so much, and more focus on when Anubis goes. So troops, Minnow, Cirrina, Mike, run, fun, 100%. Okay, so in theory, that's great. Textbook for what I was explaining happened, so that's, you know, really good. Distract the troops, watch the Anubis proc. Obviously, even if the Gunslinger is in the middle of the base, still have some time for Minnow to walk. Having Cirrina and Bublo is making Minnow run quicker, faster, rather than having it on Mike, who is your third drop, and it's just a precious second, really, but helpful at least. So that was it. A bit of a longer Guild Wars here, guys. So if you are staying tuned till the end, thank you for bearing with me. It was a little bit of a different. I was doing a bit of trial and error. We did change teams once or twice, mix it up. Started with Sass, was using Dove Keeper. Now it's not necessary. I was just using her as a tank. So that was pretty much it. So you might, you might have Rockno, who gets stunned next to a tower, but doesn't get eaten alive by the Gunslinger procs, if that makes sense. Someone who can distract the Gunslinger procs enough for your Spiritor or your Anubis to get some hits in to destroy the troops. We discussed today that we could do Anubis with Doom Balloon or Ronin with Doom Balloon, which was always the case. So it just depended if people have leveled your Spiritor. I know a lot of you haven't. But everyone generally has an Anubis, but maybe if you're free to play and you're lucky enough to roll an Spiritor but not an Anubis, you get the point. So I will be highlighting these runs in the description, guys, so check that out if you want to jump ahead. Obviously at the end of the video it doesn't really mean a lot, but I will overlay the text at the start as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I've held you up long enough, guys, so thanks for staying tuned, and as always, enjoy.